In the boardroom of modern enterprise, email encryption for businesses and email security have evolved from IT talking points to critical business imperatives that directly impact revenue, reputation, and regulatory compliance. With 94% of malware delivered via email and cyberattacks costing businesses an average of $10.9 trillion annually, executives who fail to prioritize robust email security expose their organizations to catastrophic risks that can destroy decades of value creation in mere hours. This executive guide cuts through technical jargon to deliver actionable insights on implementing enterprise-grade email encryption solutions that protect your organization's most valuable digital assets while maintaining operational efficiency and competitive advantage. The C-suite reality: email security as business strategy. Email encryption for business represents far more than a technical security control. It's a strategic business enabler that protects intellectual property, ensures regulatory compliance, maintains customer trust, and preserves competitive positioning. Forward-thinking executives recognize that comprehensive email security directly correlates with sustainable business growth and market leadership. Organizations without robust email encryption for business face average breach costs of millions of dollars lost globally, with healthcare and financial services experiencing even higher impacts. The financial loss to client exclude intangible damages including brand reputation destruction, customer defection, and long-term competitive disadvantage. Modern threat actors specifically target executive communications, recognizing that C-suite emails contain the most valuable strategic information, financial data, and decision-making intelligence. Board members, CEOs, and senior executives become prime targets for business email compromise, BEC, which resulted in high losses globally over the past decade. Understanding the executive threat landscape. Spearphishing targeting leadership, cybercriminals invest significant resources in researching executive backgrounds, creating highly personalized attacks that bypass traditional security controls. These sophisticated campaigns often impersonate trusted business partners, legal counsel, or financial institutions to trick executives into revealing sensitive information or authorizing fraudulent transactions. Business email compromise, BEC, evolution. Advanced BEC attacks now incorporate artificial intelligence to analyze executive communication patterns, creating convincing spoofed emails that replicate authentic writing styles and organizational terminology. These attacks target wire transfers, payroll modifications, and sensitive document requests with devastating precision. Industrial espionage through email interception. Competitor intelligence gathering increasingly focuses on intercepting executive email communications containing strategic plans, merger and acquisition discussions, product roadmaps, and customer relationship intelligence. Unencrypted executive communications provide adversaries with invaluable business intelligence. Regulatory compliance. Email encryption for business compliance extends far beyond meeting minimum regulatory requirements to encompass comprehensive risk management that protects organizational liability and demonstrates fiduciary responsibility. GDPR impact on executive decision-making. The General Data Protection Regulation imposes personal liability on executives for data protection failures, with potential criminal prosecution for willful negligence. Email encryption provides essential protection for personally identifiable information, PII, transmitted via executive communications, reducing regulatory exposure and demonstrating due diligence. Industry-specific compliance mandates. Healthcare, HIPAA-protected health information, PHI, transmitted via email requires encryption to avoid penalties reaching $1.5 million per incident. Financial services, SOX, PCI DSS financial data protection mandates strict encryption requirements for customer information and payment card data. Legal services, attorney-client privilege, confidential client communications demand encryption to maintain privilege protections and avoid malpractice claims. International data transfer regulations, cross-border business communications increasingly require encryption to comply with data sovereignty laws and international privacy frameworks. Executive teams managing global operations must implement encryption solutions that address varying jurisdictional requirements. Real-world executive scenarios when email security fails. Now, if you're ready to strengthen your cybersecurity skills and protect yourself online, I have a free resource for you. Download our free security checklist at Tileris.com. It's packed with simple, actionable steps to help you stay safe and build your knowledge. Want more personalized help? You can request a free consultation with our cybersecurity experts. Or if you're curious how Tileris works in real time, just ask for a demo through our contact form. Now, back to business. Scenario 1. Merger and acquisition intelligence leak. A Fortune 500 manufacturing company's CEO regularly exchanged unencrypted emails with investment bankers regarding a potential $2.3 billion acquisition. Competitors intercepted these communications through a sophisticated man-in-the-middle attack on the CEO's mobile device during international travel. Consequences: competitor intelligence enabled a counteroffer that derailed the original acquisition, resulting in $47 million in advisory fees, legal costs, and opportunity losses. The target company ultimately sold to the competitor at a 15% premium, demonstrating how email security failures directly impact strategic business outcomes. Prevention: end-to-end email encryption would have rendered intercepted communications unreadable, protecting strategic information and preserving competitive advantage throughout the acquisition process. Scenario 2. Customer data breach through executive compromise. A healthcare system's chief financial officer fell victim to a credential harvesting attack that compromised his email account containing patient financial information, insurance details, and treatment records for over 340,000 individuals. Financial impact: HIPAA penalties, legal settlements, credit monitoring services, regulatory investigation costs, brand reputation damage. Regulatory consequences: the CFO faced personal liability under HIPAA enforcement actions, demonstrating how email security failures can impact executive careers and personal financial exposure. Scenario 3. Intellectual property theft through email interception. A pharmaceutical company's R&D executive team exchanged unencrypted emails containing clinical trial data, patent applications, and FDA submission documents for a breakthrough cancer treatment. Industrial espionage resulted in competitor access to proprietary research data. Business impact: competitors filed patent applications using stolen intellectual property, resulting in millions in research and development losses and 3-year market entry delays. The organization's stock price declined certain percentage following patent dispute announcements. Strategic benefits of email encryption for business. Competitive intelligence protection. Email encryption for business prevents competitors from accessing strategic communications containing market intelligence, product roadmaps, pricing strategies, and customer relationship information. This protection maintains competitive positioning and preserves first-mover advantages in rapidly evolving markets. This leading to the executive communication security of board meeting minutes, strategic planning documents, and confidential performance metrics transmitted via encrypted email remain protected from corporate espionage and insider threats. Customer trust and brand differentiation. Organizations demonstrating commitment to email security through robust email encryption for business implementations build stronger customer relationships and differentiate themselves in privacy-conscious markets. This security posture becomes particularly valuable in industries where data protection influences purchasing decisions. Encrypted email communications with suppliers, distributors, and strategic partners protect confidential business terms, pricing negotiations, and collaborative intellectual property development. Operational continuity during security incidents. Email encryption for business provides residual protection during security incidents, ensuring that historical communications remain protected even when accounts become compromised. This continuity enables faster incident recovery and limits damage scope. Encrypted communications with legal counsel, public relations firms, and crisis management consultants remain protected during high-visibility security incidents, preserving attorney-client privilege and strategic response coordination. ROI of email encryption for business. Direct cost avoidance. Breach prevention savings. Organizations implementing comprehensive email encryption for businesses avoid average breach costs of millions of dollars loss while reducing incident response expenses, legal fees, and regulatory penalties. Compliance cost reduction. Proactive email encryption for business implementation costs significantly less than reactive compliance efforts following security incidents. GDPR compliance alone justifies encryption investment through penalty avoidance. Business value creation. Revenue protection preserves customer relationships, prevents competitive intelligence leakage, and maintains market positioning that directly supports revenue generation and growth initiatives. Insurance premium reduction. Many cyber liability insurance providers offer premium discounts for organizations implementing comprehensive email encryption, providing immediate cost savings and improved coverage terms. Productivity and efficiency gains. Reduced security incident management. Fewer email-related security incidents translate to reduced IT overhead, minimized business disruption, and improved operational efficiency across the organization. Enhanced remote work security. Email encryption enables secure remote collaboration while maintaining productivity and communication effectiveness in distributed work environments. Strategy for executive leadership. Phase 1. Executive communication priority. Begin email encryption deployment with C-suite and senior leadership communications, protecting the highest value targets while demonstrating organizational commitment to security. This approach provides immediate risk reduction for the most critical communications. Phase 2. Department-by-department rollout. Implement encryption across departments based on data sensitivity and regulatory requirements. Prioritize legal, finance, human resources, and research and development functions that handle the most sensitive organizational information. Phase 3. Enterprise-wide deployment. Extend encryption capabilities across the entire organization while maintaining user experience and operational efficiency. Comprehensive deployment ensures consistent protection and eliminates security gaps that adversaries might exploit. Selection criteria for executives. Scalability and performance. Choose email encryption solutions that scale with organizational growth while maintaining performance standards that support business operations. Cloud-based encryption services often provide better scalability than on-premises solutions. Integration capabilities. Select encryption platforms that integrate seamlessly with existing email infrastructure, productivity suites, and security tools. Comprehensive integration reduces implementation complexity and improves user adoption rates. Management and visibility. Implement encryption solutions that provide centralized management capabilities and comprehensive visibility into encrypted communications. Executive dashboards should demonstrate encryption usage, compliance status, and security metrics. Vendor stability and support. Partner with established encryption vendors that provide enterprise-grade support, regular security updates, and long-term product roadmaps. Vendor financial stability ensures continued support and product evolution. Measuring email encryption success. Key performance indicators. Security metrics. Reduction in email-related security incidents. Compliance audit findings and remediation time. Employee security awareness and adoption rates. Mean time to detect and respond to email threats. Business metrics. Customer trust and satisfaction scores. Regulatory compliance costs and penalties. Brand reputation monitoring and sentiment analysis. Competitive intelligence protection effectiveness. Executive action plan. Immediate actions, 30 days. Conduct executive email security risk assessment. Evaluate current encryption capabilities and gaps. Engage cybersecurity leadership for encryption strategy development. Review cyber liability insurance coverage and encryption requirements. Short-term implementation, 90 days. Select and procure enterprise email encryption solution. Begin C-suite and senior leadership encryption deployment. Develop employee training and awareness programs. Establish encryption governance and policy framework. Long-term strategic integration, 12 months. Complete enterprise-wide encryption deployment. Integrate encryption with broader security architecture. Develop advanced threat response capabilities. Establish continuous improvement and technology evolution processes. Email encryption for businesses and email security represent fundamental business requirements that directly impact organizational survival and competitive positioning in an increasingly hostile cyber environment. Executive leaders who recognize email encryption as strategic enabler rather than technical overhead position their organizations for sustainable growth while protecting against catastrophic cyber risks. The financial, regulatory, and competitive consequences of inadequate email security far exceed implementation costs. making comprehensive encryption deployment one of the most cost-effective risk management investments available to modern enterprises. Organizations that delay email encryption implementation expose themselves to preventable losses that can destroy shareholder value and organizational reputation. Forward-thinking executives must champion email encryption for businesses that protect their organization's most sensitive communications while enabling secure collaboration, regulatory compliance, and competitive advantage preservation. The question is not whether to implement comprehensive email encryption, but rather how quickly leadership can deploy these critical protections before adversaries exploit vulnerabilities that threaten organizational survival. In the digital economy, email encryption separates market leaders from casualties, and executive decision-making determines which category your organization will occupy. For more content like this, visit us at Tileris.com. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.